talking about the product range, new life, nutrition, children, supplementation, and the importance of it all. Welcome. Type of products we should start our 6 months on.
Okay. Like I said, the 6 month is a sort of an estimate age depending on the child's situation. If a mum, for example, doesn't produce a lot of milk, or her diet is bad, then it might be good for a child, for example, in 3-4 months to take a good quality, and this is where the problem comes in, the good quality protein shake. But then I talk about a half a teaspoon, a quarter teaspoon a day type thing, very small quantities. Like the New Life Nutrishake is an example. The way it's made is that it won't harm the baby's kidneys unless you take high dosages.
Okay.
And then I say a quarter teaspoon type thing at 3 months if you have to start. That is only if the mom's diet is bad, the child doesn't get enough food by breastfeeding. From 6 months onward, usually by that time, many children are already not breastfed anymore, or they start eating other food as well.
Okay.
So then maybe take a shake and increase it a little bit to half a teaspoon perhaps. That the Nutrishake, for example, the dose is like a half a teaspoon per day. When you put it over this porridge or cereal, if you give the child to eat.
Or milk. I added in Cullen's milk. Yes.
That's right. You can mix it with milk.
Okay.
But that will give you the amino acids plus some vitamins and minerals and so on as well. But the importance there is the amino acids in there. Because remember, the child is growing.
Yes.
The child needs all the amino acids to form new cells, to form enzymes and antibodies and neurotransmitters and all these things. And all 22 amino acids are needed for that. Many of them are essential. You can't get it, your body can't make them. You must get it from your food. Okay. And even if you do get enough of the essential ones in, it doesn't mean your body will make the others. Okay. So it's best to get all 22 in.
So the amino
and
acids.
Then the amino acids, because it makes proteins, it makes enzymes, or enzymes are proteins, the hormones are proteins, it's for tissue and for neurotransmitters and antibodies and so forth. So it's very important for growth and repair and maintenance of the body. Yeah. Then I would also add at that age, add Liqui Vite. Liqui Vite is a multivitamin and mineral supplement that also contains a bit of antioxidants also. So that will, if together those two, will help you supply the child with a wide range of nutrients. In other words, it's not just vitamins, not just minerals, but some other antioxidants and other nutrients as well. So that I would start with at 6 months. And then as the child gets a bit older, children get a bit different. When the age is reached where the child can start sucking or chewing stuff, then you can actually give the child the Vita Squares and the Vita Guard. Vita Squares and Vita Guard.
Okay.
Now the Vita Squares is actually a multivitamin mineral supplement. And just like the Liqui Vite, it also contains the TNN I mentioned, those essential fatty acids. So it's very important that both of those contain the TNN. So you still go with the Nutrishake. Okay, and as the child gets older, you can increase the Nutrishake slightly as the child gets older, obviously.
Yes.
And then the Vita Guard is a very important antioxidant, but also helps to boost the immune system and also detoxify the body.
Yes.
Now, I am very concerned today that our children are so exposed to toxins.
Yes.
Our food is full of toxins. I already mentioned previously about the baby formula contains cadmium and lead and arsenic. And then, I mean, the other foods we eat are also full of toxins. So
not just our, and Herman, sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. It's not just our foods. It's our play areas where our children play. Yes, it's what we wash our clothes with, and the dishwash and the house cleaning products. So as mommies,
aerosols.
Yes, it's we think we're
the bum cream you put in the baby's bum.
It's crazy. We must just expand toxins. So when you're saying toxins, don't be narrow-minded in just thinking food. Toxins all over the board. Our house, our clothes, our outside, the grass our children play in, the products in our house. Okay. Yeah. So now we have reduced their systems because of this toxin. Is that?
And then we also remove the toxins from the body as well in the process. Okay. And let's give an example. You wash your dishes with a caustic soap, and that's soap. Something sticks to the plate. And next time you dish your food in the plate, the soap goes into your food.
Or his lunchbox.
The lunchboxes for that matter as well.
Yes.
So like I said, how many creams you put in the baby's skin? Look at the label. Contains alcohol and petroleum. Look at the labels.
Yes.
So let's add to that. Now, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, don't get me wrong here. But when I was a child, we got about 7 vaccines. That was it. Today, as far as I remember, by the age of about 2-3 years, somewhere the child can get up to 30 already. You start adding up all the individual ones. And each one contains toxins. So the baby gets toxins from food, from cleaning products, from creams, from air that usually breathes, from vaccines as well. And it accumulates. And that can lead to toxic overload. Which can lead into things like allergies even, and autoimmune diseases and stuff as well. So that's why the Vita Guard is so vital.
Yes.
Because it helps the body get rid of those toxins. Now, where does the Vita Guard come from? It's actually the children's equivalent of a product called Vita Guard, which was developed by Dr. Arthur First. Like I mentioned before, he's a double Nobel Prize winner. Specifically, toxicology was his field. He developed with New Life Vita Guard to help remove toxins from the body, actually chemotherapy specifically. Because you realize chemotherapy in the body, if you don't remove it, you're leaving toxins in the body, which can cause cancer again if used later. So the company also won an award for Vita Guard for being such an advanced natural product. And then they brought the Vita Guard as a children's equivalent, which you can suck and chew. And then, like I said, so in other words, from about the child can start chewing and sucking sweets, you can start using Vita Squares, Vita Guard, and the Nutrishake to make sure it gets a complete picture.
Okay.
And then I would also add one more thing, which I forgot. You can actually add it already from 6 months already, and that's omega-3.
Yeah, I was just going to touch on that. Yes, please.
Yeah. Take the capsule.
Brain development. For me, it was an
brain development especially. Yes. And also for the fight inflammation in the body as well.
And
it's good for eyesight development.
And I had no idea that we can actually influence this. We can grow and enhance this in our children. I had no idea about that. So yes, please tell us more about the omega-3.
What does omega-3 do? It is, like I said, it fights inflammation. It helps with brain development. It helps with eye health. It helps improve blood circulation. So it's good for the mum, once it's pregnant, to take omega-3s. That way, feed the baby. But when the baby is now a bit older, like a 6 month, now baby not drinking breast milk anymore, for example, the mum can actually take the capsule, pick it, and then squeeze the omega-3 out.
Yes.
And interesting enough, actually with videos of children about 1 year old, take the omega-3, put them out, and then biting it and they're swallowing it. I don't know how they do it, but they do. And they love it, actually.
One of those, and the smells is atrocious, like only fish smells can give. But yes, I did want to add, before we go on, in my experience with my little boy, the younger you start them, it becomes a habit. So then later on, it's not something that a mother has to struggle with to get the habit or cultivate the habit in a child. So one of the benefits of starting children very early on with supplementation is that they get used to it. And it's not weird for them to take these things, and they develop as they grow through their ages. Now Colin has learned at 6 years how to actually swallow the omega. But you were absolutely right. I used to break it and pour it over in his porridge, and now he drinks it with his Nutrishake. But the importance of also starting it young.
Yeah.
A lot of children with dairy allergies. How can you help us with some advice here?
Okay. Intolerances and food allergies sort of go hand in hand. There's obviously a bit of a difference there, but let's stick to the basics quickly. About 2 years ago, in Australia, a lot of doctors did research. It was on our TV, on Carte Blanche, where they actually did research on probiotics, the good bacteria in your gut, and the link to allergies. Their conclusion was that up to 75% of allergies can be linked to problems with your probiotics. So that's already a starting point, is to get probiotics into the child. And the irony now is also, the child might be dairy intolerant simply because he hasn't got probiotics. And where do you get probiotics from? Naturally, from yogurt,
yes,
or acidophilus milk. So there's a bit of a catch-22 situation there. Probiotics actually make the enzyme called lactase. Lactase is the enzyme that actually digests lactose.
okay.
So if you're lactose intolerant, chances are you don't have lactase in your body because you don't have probiotics.
Yes.
Or it might be you lack amino acids.
Okay.
Because your body must take the amino acids, or the probiotics must take the amino acids to make the lactase. Very often your allergies and intolerances can be simply a case of malnutrition and bad probiotics. There can be other reasons too, but that is very often the case.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Just on a practical matter, how can the children take Nutrishake if not with milk?
Okay. Sprinkle it over a cereal, for example, or take the vanilla flavor, mix it with perhaps some fruit juice, not the fruit juice for sugar, unfortunately, that's a downside of it again. But, or if the child's still drinking mother's milk, and you can take mother's milk and mix it with that perhaps.
Or your almond milk. I remember
that's another route you can go. Almond milk is another route you can go. But please be careful. You can go soy milk as well, but be careful. Make sure the soy milk is non-GMO or GMO-free. Because GMO products may contain glyphosate and other unwanted ingredients that can actually cause, again, allergies and problems. So it's best in the mornings, and remember, it's during the daytime that your body's taxed the most in any case. So I say mornings is a very good time to do it, but with food. That's always the best.
Okay.
And look, we talk about the foundational products here, and you can continue with omega-3 obviously as well. This will be foundational products. If there are specific needs, like you want to boost immunity, or you want the child's with allergies, or things like that, then you can start adding other things in. For example, now, if the child, like you mentioned, if the child becomes sick, you can up the Vita Guard, for example.
Or vitamin C. I believe there's a vitamin C.
Vitamin C in there, there's zinc in there, there's carotenoids in there, flavonoids in there, there's some vitamin B's in there, there's some minerals in there. So it actually helps to boost the immune system also then. So yes, then you can up. And then there are obviously many other supplements you can also add depending on if there's a specific need. Aloe Vera Plus, yes. That's something we have to touch on here. We have to touch on that. Aloe Vera Plus consists of this aloe vera, contains some ginseng and chamomile as well. And they make it from the center part of the leaf of the aloe vera. So surprisingly, it's not bitter at all. Actually, it tastes nice.
It does.
Now, what do you use that for? Now, a baby from about 3 months onward, if they have stomach problems, you can give a few drops, for example, or teething, put it on the gums, for example. As a child gets older, and you can use like diarrhea or kidney problems or bladder infections, you can give the child more. And we find it's fantastic for those issues. A child that's older, and the child can gargle and switch the mouth. If there are a throat infection or sores on the gums, the child gargle a bit and swallow it as well. It's good for kidneys and so forth also. It's just a fantastic all-rounder for things like, if the child's got infection in the eye, you can actually take the aloe vera plus, dilute it with cool down boiled water. You boil the water to sterilize it, cool it down. You mix it 1-to-1 with the aloe vera, And you can put a few drops in the eyes, your eye infections, for example. It's just amazing how much it helps the body with healing. But stomach problems, really, it's just fantastic for that.
And I can personally contest to that, having had a reflux baby that started at 3 months.
That's the other one.
Screamed a lot. Reflux babies, yay! 3 months.
Heartburn, reflux.
Yes. Wow, thank you so much. To all our viewers, please, if there's any questions you guys have, please sign in. Other than subscribe, give us the questions so that we can ask Herman for some feedback. Thank you so much, Herman. And all Herman's credentials, and if you have questions for him, please find all the information in our video. And if there's anything you would like to leave with us and our viewers and subscribers and our mamas as encouragement, we need plenty of encouragement.
Well, mamas, you can help the children. You can actually help them be excellent and healthy. Just make wise choices.
Just make wise choices. Thank you so much, Herman, for joining us. All the best and good luck.